1983. Hey, my name's Erik Turner, and I'm in a band called Warrant from the 80s. You might have heard of the 80s, the Sunset Strip. In 1986, about July or so, our singer and drummer quit, and we needed a new singer and a new drummer. First person we thought of was the guy from Plain Jane. You know, we didn't know his name. Warrant had played a couple shows with Jani's band, and we thought he was an amazing frontman and singer. They had amazing harmony, so he was the first guy on the list, and we found out where he lived. Jerry left a note on his front door saying, "Hey, I'm the bass player from Warrant. We need a singer. You know, if you're interested, give us a call." So Jani called, said his band had just broken up. They're getting ready to move back to Florida. Him and Steven put a new band together, come back to LA. And so our timing was perfect. You know, it was really kind of destiny in a way. If it had been 2 weeks later, it would have been too late to get Jani in the band, you know. Anyways, long story short, 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, we play the Troubadour and it sold out. And we just kept booking shows and getting bigger and more popular as time went on. You know, we were selling out 2 nights in a row as an unsigned band, you know, and a lot of national bands would come through there and they couldn't sell it out one night or even half fill it. The band was really popular. We sold out the Roxy 3 nights in a row, and we set a new attendance record at Gazzari's. I mean, the band had a real buzz on it. To give you an idea how big our draw was, Avalon Attractions was the big promoter in Southern California. They did all the big concerts, you know. They were like Live Nation at the time for this area. And they put us on a Ted Nugent show at the Santa Monica Civic as an unsigned artist because they figured we're worth at least 500 tickets, you know. And then they put us at I got to play Irvine Meadows as an unsigned artist opening for Queensryche. And I think Armored Saint. So here we are, this unsigned band. Not only are we selling out all these clubs, we have this huge following, but now, you know, the big promoter in town is putting us on their show. I grew up in Orange County, and I remember me and my best friend Kurt driving up to the Palladium. Rat had an EP out, and their Out of the Cellar was just about to come out, and you know, we drive up to the Palladium to see Rat play, you know, right before Out of the Cellar came out. And then Quiet Riot, you know, we all knew about Quiet Riot because that was Randy Rhoads' old band, you know. We all loved Ozzy and Randy. So when all of a sudden Quiet Riot came out, they did 2 shows, 2 nights in a row at the Roxy, and you know, I lived in Orange County at the time. I think about 17 or 18 years old, driving up to the Roxy, you know. So those are my first 2 tastes of the Sunset Strip, and oh wow, this is Hollywood, and look at all the people out in the street, you know, there's thousands of people, you know, rock and rollers out in the streets, and the clubs are packed, and it was a definite scene. So I knew after those 2 experiences coming up to LA and being frustrated not being able to get a band together in Orange County that I needed to move to LA if I wanted to make it in a band. I remember we would go see Poison, and their shows were always packed. Just an awesome band. I mean, every time I went to see Poison, I had a great time. Just a great, great band. And there was a guy, Matt, that was playing guitar with them at the time. And then CC joined, but long story short, they kind of took us under their wing. I mean, we played 9 shows opening for Poison before their record came out and they got signed and left town. So when they kind of groomed us to take over LA, where there was this big void when Poison left. You know, there was a slot there to be the kings of the Sunset Strip, and Guns N' Roses was gone, and you know, the other bands we talked about like Rat and Quiet Riot, everybody was signed and gone, you know, and Poison was right on their way to becoming a huge hit. So all the promoters knew us from all the clubs, and all the people that used to go see Poison, you know, our music was kind of similar, and the fact that it was melodic, it was, you know, it was kind of I don't know, pop rock. I don't know if pop rock's the right way. More hard pop rock, if that makes sense. I mean, it had all those elements in it, you know. Ballads. Some songs were heavier than others, but yeah, for whatever reason, when they split, and with Jani and the lineup that we had, our shows were just packed and selling out, and we were doing great.